Hi, friends. Ooh, I just realized my nails match the background. Anyway, this week I'm gonna decorate some pencil pouches. I've had these in my drawer for a while waiting to be painted, but with kids going back to school now, well, not my kids, we're year round, but other kids are going back to school, so I thought it'd be a good time to work on them. I got these pouches off Amazon. They're kind of a thinnish canvas. They zip. Good zip. I don't know what I'm showing you right here. Like, what did I expect to be in there? For this first one, I knew I wanted to do a candy theme. I recently took a sewing class and I made a pillowcase with this fabric. I'm not drawing this exact design, but a design inspired by it.
It's framing Bonehead.
I'm gonna use this Angelus leather paint. But first I'm gonna need to mix up some new paint. Now we can get started. I tested a few different types of paint, and this was the kind that I liked the finish of the most. But I forgot that this paint dries a lot darker than it looks when it's wet. So I actually intended these to be a sort of pastel neon, but they still just look like really bright neon. We've got some gummy bears, gumdrops, jelly beans, and some swirly hard candies. It's really bothering me that 2 of the jelly beans are blue.
A+ planning.
For the background, I chose this pink. Keep that in mind and don't judge me too hard when you see how it dries. Even the pouch is slowly creeping away from this fleshy pink color. But next I get to add all the little details to the candy. Outlines, texture, highlights, and some real questionable faces. Once that was dry, it was time to paint the back. I didn't want to paint the same thing over again, so instead I painted a rainbow of gummy bears. I was lazy and didn't sketch them, and boy, it really shows. This pink guy is crammed over here in the corner. Adding in that fleshy pink, and here I am doing the details again. God, those faces just get worse. I sealed it all in with this acrylic finisher. I'm not actually sure what this does, but it felt right. Here it is done. It's definitely not perfect. This guy is my favorite. This guy is not. But overall, I really like it. For the next one, my first idea was a silhouette of a narwhal. But since I just did a narwhal last video, I decided against that. But I still like the silhouette idea. This looks like a mess right now, but it will come together. First though, I need to fix these colors, because I need some actual pastels. First, I'm gonna paint a rainbow. And this tape just magically appears because I was trying to protect the zipper. Anyway, this rainbow isn't a normal rainbow. It's a little airy, a little cloudy. Is my idea getting a little clearer? For the background, I went with the gentlest whisper of blue. Got it yet? After adding a few details, it's time for the silhouette. Yes, this is a unicorn butt. I mean, I guess it could be a pony butt since it doesn't actually have a head, but either way, it's the butt of a large animal. Farting a rainbow. It's not a very original idea, but it made me laugh. For some reason, the black paint did not enjoy going over that pink paint. I thought about wrapping this design around, but I didn't want to. So I just went with a plain blue background. I finished it again with the finisher, and here it is done. That stupid spot on the tail where it's shiny really bothers me, but otherwise, I love this one. For this last one, I'm actually working on a special request. My friend Emmett drew this dragon eye for me and asked me to paint it. He's been waiting so patiently, but I've been really scared to mess it up or not do it justice. So I'm finally going to paint it for him on this pencil pouch. I used a photocopier to resize the image, and then I used transfer paper to copy it onto the pouch. It's one less chance for me to mess it up. Now, I legitimately have no idea how to paint a dragon eye. My comfort zone is cute and cartoony. I usually have to look up references to even figure out how to shade cartoony things. So to do something this complicated was really scary. But this meant a lot to my friend, so I really wanted to do this for him. I did try to stick to what my friend drew, but I had to look up a ton of references for this. I'm outlining it first, mostly just to put off actually shading the scales. I'm not that great at blending regular paint, and I wasn't at all sure how to blend this paint. But then I discovered the best trick. I dipped my brush in a tiny bit of water, and that helped the paint colors blend so easily. Watching this paint spread in high speed is kind of fascinating. Luckily for me, I started working on the center first just by chance, because the water definitely made the paint bleed everywhere. Once it dried though, it was easy to go over. Any real artists that might be watching this, I'm sorry. This is probably the completely wrong way to do it, and I probably could have looked up a tutorial or something, but I don't know, I just felt like not doing that. I did find myself starting to get in a groove though, and having a lot of fun with this. The fact that I was actually liking how this was coming out is probably helping my enjoyment level. I'm only using like 3 colors of paint, starting with a light blue where the highlights would be, blending with a medium blue, and finishing off with a dark blue where the shadows are. The water is really doing all of the work here. This section is where I struggled the most, and I feel like it's pretty obvious watching it. I'm not really sure what the texture is of this area, and I couldn't find any references that look like it. I guess my friend is truly unique in his imagination. But it did make it hard to figure out what should be in light and what should be in shadow. So I just went with my best guess. I didn't want to add any more outside of what my friend originally drew, so I just sort of blended the edges out. And because I used so much water to blend the color, it came out kind of blotchy and uneven, but I actually like it like that. The last thing I needed to do was add the pupil. The back, I just painted a solid color. Because I didn't use water to spread it, it came out a little darker than the front. But I don't actually mind that either. I sealed this in with the finisher, and here it is. I'm so proud of myself. It's not as good as any of the references that I looked at, but I don't care at all. It actually looks like a cool dragon eye and far exceeded my expectations for myself. Can't wait to gift this to my friend. So that's all for this week. What do you think? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.